So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been doing this Matzuo 4140 that was in that $25 bundle that I bought. And, I can't believe how this thing turned out. You can see how smooth it is, how beautiful it is. I mean, it's just, it turned out unreal. And I put some braid on it because I want to try that braid and see how it works. And like I said, a lot of people are saying that you can use braid on these spinning reels and it works well. And I want to try it. So, part of this is, the specs on the reel. And it's 5.2 to 1 retrieve ratio. And it has 5 ball bearings, which, I mean, you can look at that. It's just unreal how smooth that is and how it just keeps going. And of course, you've got your bail, and it's completely functional. And it's got a front drag on it right here, and again, clockwise to tighten your drag, and counterclockwise to loosen your drag. It's normal on this reel. And I'm trying to put it on the rod so I can show you a little bit about it. And this is not the rod I'm going to keep it on, but I'm going to use it for the demo. And it is, ambidextrous, and it's got that screw here. And right now it's in the there's the anti-reverse mode. So it won't reverse now, okay? And then the switch is right here. And if you switch it, then you can go the other way. And actually, I can sit here and turn that. And I have messed with it, and that screw has not come loose. So I'm pretty confident with that now. And we want to use this reel this year, this spring. I mean, look at how smooth that is. I just, wow. I am really impressed. Now, I don't know. I never heard of the company. Matzuo America was the name. And they went bankrupt in 2017. And another company picked up the brand name, and that is Calcutta Outdoors. And what I've seen now is they are selling lures and rods. I don't see any reels, so it's possible that they, completely got out of the reel line. But these reels, again, and I don't know exactly where this one was made. It's not stamped anywhere on it where it was made, but it feels pretty, precision-like. It's wow. I'm just amazed, and the way it cleaned up. I mean, that is unbelievable. And like I say, if you watched my videos, you've seen what it looked like when I started, and the way it's come out. And of course, it's been lubed and all that. And what I'm seeing is these are going on eBay anywhere from about $14 to $40 some dollars. And of course, you got your shipping. And there's a couple of brand new ones out there on eBay. I just looked, today and saw a couple of brand new ones out there. So I'm really impressed with it. I think it's a good reel. And, I don't know how long it's going to hold up or, what it can take. But from what I see, sturdy. And of course, I've got it set up for my left hand and my right hand retrieve. Almost said left hand, but I've got it set up for the right hand retrieve. And, that's the way I'm going to leave it for now and see how it works. And it doesn't have that click. like we have on some reels. It does not have that clicking when your anti-reverse is off, which is kind of cool. I like that. It's quiet. And that might be a good feature in the kayak, you know, because you really don't like a whole lot of noise when you're in that kayak. You make enough noise when you're paddling, but you don't. So the spool on this comes off pretty easy. You know, this is your drag, clockwise to tighten, counterclockwise to loosen, and that's what your spool comes off on. And it's got a good bit of threading here, so it takes, you know, you gotta really unscrew it. It's kind of a long shaft in there with the full thread. So, you know, there it is. There's the spool is off. Very clean in there, very nice. And it just pops right back on there. And you just screw your drag adjustment back on. And you can hear it clicking. And once you get it good and taut, then you're going to have your drag. And that's right about where I usually set it. Because if I get a bigger fish, I can always tighten a little bit or loosen a little bit. But that's where I usually set it. And that's good. You know, it's got a little bit of pull to it. And that's what I want when I'm fishing. That's the way I want it. And we're going to see how this one works out. And you know, I don't know. They say it's a dependable reel, and read some things about it online, and you know, a lot of people like it, and some don't. And it's that way with just about any reel or any fishing equipment. And some folks like it. Just a quick report on the weather. We're up to almost 40 today, and we're going to have 30s and 40s for about the next week. Some places are getting, you know, as high as 50s already. And I don't know how safe the ice is going to be. So I just wanted to throw that in there. And, you know, let me know. Have you ever seen one of these? Have you heard of that Matzuo name? Am I saying it right? Is it a good brand? Have you had any experience with it? Put that in the comments. Let me know. And I'll tell you, the channel's it's growing, and I really appreciate everybody who's subscribing and watching my videos. And you know, I'm just the old guy that's having some fun, and I enjoy fishing. I enjoy collecting fishing equipment, and I really appreciate you watching. And do me a favor and like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you later.